There we go. Microphone is hot. Welcome back, friends, to Uncontained Multitudes.
I'm Meg.
I'm Jeremy. We have a very special episode today. Last year, we did an episode just about the new year. We're doing that again. We titled it UCM Presents. I can't spell. UCM Presents 2025. I assume we're going to name it
Yeah,
the same thing this
again.
year.
We can do that again. Wow, that means we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary.
That's
kind of great.
Wild. We've been doing this
so long.
for a podcast where we pay to make this. It's so... I'm proud of myself. You should be too. That is
we've committed to something.
Hardcore.
And the fact that this was like a joke. We committed to the bit.
You posted something not too long ago on your story about how you were like reminiscing over your cool blue hair.
Yeah.
You had while you were in
when I was living in another city.
And how the apartment you had in that city like sucked. I had mold poisoning. You had mold poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
And I almost texted you and said
wait, Loki, that's when we were, like, thinking about making
you had mold poisoning and thought to yourself, I should start a podcast. We started it almost immediately when you came back.
You're
here.
Yeah, I was still heavily influenced by the black mold. That's awesome. Yeah, actually, that explains a lot. I never connected those dots before. Yeah.
You would never wanted to do this unless you had mold poisoning.
Uncontained Multitudes brought to you by black mold poisoning and slumlords. So, thanks, guys.
It was a butterfly effect. Everything was in its right place. We're better off because of it.
That's actually crazy. Yeah.
I always tell people, I think I've learned, like, extremely valuable transferable skills because of this podcast. I've, learned a lot of speaking skills, a lot of researching skills. Yeah. I would almost consider myself, like, a trained speech writer. Because we're good at scripts.
Essentially. That's actually really true. Put that on your resume.
Oh my god, guys, news about Jeremy.
News.
The last episode of the podcast, I told everyone about the new job that I was starting that was just like a data entry, like internship, $14 an hour, 24 hours a week. It kind of sucked, whatever, you just gotta slog through that. I got another interview my second week working that internship on a Tuesday for a full-time role. Where I'd essentially doing the same thing, except for it's a little more complicated from what I understand. That Friday, 4 days after the interview, they called me 9 a.m. in the morning and said, Jeremy, you got the role.
They want you so bad.
I was floored. I was damn near in tears, Meg. I can't believe, like, it is a miracle that I got a full-time in this economy. Yeah, but like no one is getting a job. It should not have happened, and I can't believe that it happened.
You did.
I'm so excited. It pays pretty well. I have like health insurance and dental and vision now.
Wow, dental and vision.
I know. Starting January 12th, I pay for my own dental insurance.
Wow.
I'm still on my parents' health insurance because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing, white boy. Proud of you, white boy. You're gonna go far.
And it's actually gonna mess up the podcast quite a bit.
Yeah, actually, this might be the... Welcome to 2026, where there's no Uncontained Multitude.
The podcast comes before everything else on Earth. So we are figuring something out. Initially, we thought we were going to do every, like, Monday, and then post it every Monday. I think we're gonna go back to doing Fridays, and then maybe post it every Friday.
Yeah. We'll keep y'all updated. As far as we know right now, it'll still be every other week.
It'll still be every other week, though. That hopefully won't change. But everyone say congratulations, Jeremy.
See, this is why I wish we had a sound effects button, because I'd give you a little...
A soundboard, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, studio audience clapping.
Yeah. Little hoots for you.
What the hell brought on that conversation?
I don't know. I think you just started talking about yourself.
But I love talking about myself. Shit, well, anything new with you?
I watched half of Heated Rivalry, which I was telling you last night at the bar.
Yeah, tell the audience about.
Okay, I haven't finished it yet, so I'll update you guys next time when I finish it. But yeah, it's really awesome. It's definitely like a script written by a 14-year-old. It is so corny and so unrealistic. And it's incredibly sexually graphic. It's kind of everything you want in a slop TV show. It's about two gay hockey players. Well, actually, multiple gay hockey players. I'm not just going to say two.
There it is. There's the pitch. When you said that, I was immediately on board.
Yeah.
That's what you should start with.
Sorry. Gay hockey players. They're secretly gay, and they fuck each other. And
hell yeah.
That's mostly the show. Quite literally. Actually, like, because they don't even show you what happens in between. Like, they literally time skip so that you only see when these two hockey players are being gay with each other. They update you a little bit on what's going on in the hockey world, but, like, only when it applies to them about to fuck. Like, they say,
so
okay,
cool.
They played the game, now it's 6 months later, and now they're ready to bang.
That's so, it really is written like a 14-year-old would write, like, a Wattpad story.
No, deadass,
so cool.
I think that's maybe where it came. Well, okay, apparently it's from, like, a TikTok, like, book talk book.
Oh.
Which is basically the same thing.
Basically the same thing.
And you can tell, for sure. It's someone who, like, doesn't really know quite how sex works or how, like, alcohol works or, like, anything. Which is really awesome. I really doubt they even know about hockey, you know? I feel like they don't really know that much about the sport of hockey. Despite that, though, even though the script is kind of garbage, I do think the two main actors, like, do a decent job of it. Like, I think they're kind of good actors, and they kind of, like, do the best they can with what they have. So, applause to them.
I've been noticing that more and more lately, where actors are pretty good. Like, they go to a really intense acting school to be a good actor, and then, like, the script writers are so ass. They're terrible. I had that complaint with, like, all the new Star Wars movies, where they obviously got, like, the most expensive A-list actors. Harrison Ford demanded, like, $50 million to be in one of the newest Star Wars movies.
And I would too, because damn, I know they got the money. And I'm Harrison Ford.
I'm going to
get my $50 million.
Yeah, you want me in there? I'm only signing that paper. I'm only doing this movie for $50 million, and I know you're going to give it to me, Disney. And then, like, Harrison Ford, obviously a great actor, but, like, given shitty lines, because the writers they suck. Where are they going?
And they're just, like, pumping out movies for, like, shits and gigs.
Right. But, yeah, I absolutely believe that every actor in that show is really absurdly good, but they're just reading lines written by a 14-year-old.
It's, like, literally, it's so weird. I'm in a weird phase of my life where literally all the things I liked in middle school are kind of, like, coming back to me right now.
Whoa.
Like, Dan and Phil came out, so now I watch, like, Dan and Phil again, because they just, like, reappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I reread The Hunger Games, like, every year almost, and because I still love The Hunger Games, so I'm doing that right now.
Ooh.
So that makes me feel like I'm 12. And then, yeah, now I'm, like, watching basically gay porn, so that makes me
just like you were doing when you were 12. Well, I assume you were actually reading it.
No, I was reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't watching, to be specific. But it feels like I'm reading, like, a weird, like, Dan and Phil smut right now, except they're hockey players. And I'm watching it. It's also really like, I think I mentioned that, it's really graphic. The sex scenes are so long. You see everything but cock and balls.
You mentioned, like, it's a 40-minute episode, but the sex scenes are 10 minutes long, a quarter of the episode, and everything but cock and balls.
You see full crack, you see side thigh, you see
like
everything but
hip,
cock and ball. Yeah,
like,
you see
up
hip.
to their, like...
You see everything from the side. You got full side and back profile. All you're missing is that full frontal.
Which I wonder why they can't do full frontal. I guess it's a TV show, so you can't. Where's it being aired?
I have no idea.
You're pirating this, right?
Allegedly, I'm watching this. I don't know where.
Well, you don't know. I found it. The flash drive that I found Heated Rivalry on fell off a truck. I'm renting it from
the library.
Yeah. That's even worse.
Where is Heated Rivalry streaming? Oh, it's on Max. Max definitely could put a dick in there.
HBO is not shy of dicks.
Yeah, that's what Euphoria was made on, yes?
Yeah.
They have so much dick. I have no idea why.
That's curious.
No, I think they did put a dick. It might just be, like, the actors. Because I feel like there's a dick pic in there, but they don't show the dicks during the sex scenes. Maybe just as, like, a, safeguard for the actors.
Intimacy coordinator.
Yeah, they got the intimacy coordinator. They said, no cock and balls.
No cock and balls.
Only crack and upper thigh.
It's cool that they worked that out in their contract. And
Yeah, good for them.
They have to stick to it.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Yep, so that's my life right now.
I have Max. I will be seated. I think I'm going to get really into TV shows this year.
Yeah, is it the year of TV shows?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be an in.
Wait, what else? What else? We watched the first season of Fleabag together recently.
Yeah, us and a whole group of friends. That was really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'd watched a few episodes of Fleabag, and it was just so... we've discussed this, how I'm a neo-Puritan Zoomer, and I just kind of get squeamish around... I can sit down for a sex scene, but Fleabag sex scenes are, like, purposefully really, really awful and cringe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they make you... Yeah, they're raunchy, and they're also, like, just... You're not supposed to... It's not supposed to be sexy and enjoyable.
No.
It's supposed to be like, oh, what is she doing?
You're, like, gritting your teeth, waiting for it to end. I remember I was, like, biting down on solid objects trying to get through. I was just like, this show stresses me out more than it entertains me.
Sure.
I just can't... I never brought myself to watch more than, I think, 3 episodes? This is 4th episode? The episode they went to the retreat.
Yeah, I think so.
So it was 3 episodes I made it in. But then we watched the first season, and I was forced to sit through it. And I fear I learned a lot about myself watching Fleabag.
It has this effect. Yeah, So I honestly rewatched the second season pretty regularly, because I just think it's, like, the best thing ever made. And I haven't revisited the first season in a while. Like, I've maybe only seen that twice compared to, like, I don't know, like 5 times in the second.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, rewatching the first, 3 episodes, they are harder to get through than I remember for someone who, doesn't know the full story of everything. They're definitely, cringy and, yeah, you're gritting your teeth a little bit. But the more you get through and learn about the character and let the world kind of build and let it be funny, once you adjust to the humor style, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
There's almost an immediate payoff after episode of 3. Episode 5. It starts to get really good in the first season.
But I'm so excited to have another watch party and we do the second season, because the second season is so good.
You're not the only person telling me this.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see, there's so much build-up. The first 3 episodes are kind of glacially slow, too, because there's just a lot of characters and exposition going on for a lot of the payoff in the, second half of the first season, and then apparently the second season. But she's, honest to God, crashing. She's building up to a legendary crash out right now. And she kind of had one in the season finale. And I can't wait to see how she spirals out in season 2.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Last night at the bar, we were in a circle,
there's
violently
a heated
debating Fleabag and her horrible character traits, and Hannah Horvath from Girls. They were
well, not us, it was Hunter and Sophie.
Hunter and Sophie.
They were, because I've never seen Girls. Well, I've seen, the first episode. But it's, and I was trying to keep up, but, damn, they were going at it.
They have both watched Girls, I think, a couple times all the way through. I've seen a decent amount of Girls with Sophie, just, because she was watching in the living room, and I've got nothing better going on, might as well. And, I know the story, I know, what these characters are like, I know who they all are, and so I understood what they were saying, but...
The debate was over whether or not... It kind of boiled down to...
Who's a worse person?
Who's a worse person.
Yeah.
And, does the shame and, regret over your actions, or just, introspection in general, is it better to have that or not if you continue to act badly? So that was
because Hannah
it was
Horvath,
a really deep argument.
It was insanely.
Yeah.
It was getting heated.
Yeah.
I interjected one time, or like halfway through, with this is how men argue about like power scaling characters in Dragon Ball Z. Like, this is.
Yeah, they kind of fucking got you with that shit.
We were, like, I was in high school in science class, not doing my work, screaming at other kids over whether or not Goku Black could be, like, Broly or some shit. Like, it got that heated, too.
It was super good.
But the argument was kind of, like, you explained it pretty well, but I remember it specifically, like, Hannah Horvath is just kind of ignorant and a very Arrested Development character.
Mm-hmm.
She fails to learn from her mistakes. She's able to look back on her mistakes and realize that she hurt people, but fails to transfer that to the future. It feels like Fleabag is able to learn from her mistakes, transfer that to the future, but it's just so much fucked up things have already happened to her and continue to happen to her that she is just like, the path of least resistance is to do bad things all the time.
Yeah, low-key. She's kind of on a roll.
Anyways, what the hell are we talking about?
We're talking about the new year.
The new year.
Do you want to get started? Well, okay. Do you want to start with saying some stuff about this year and like what some of your favorite things were?
Yeah, you start with that.
Okay. Okay, so I have album, book, and movies. My most listened to album this year was definitely Grace by Jeff Buckley. Yeah, well, okay, so, it's so good. I was never into Jeff Buckley like that. Like, I was like, okay, I know, like, Lever, You Should Come Over, like, that type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then the documentary came out this year, and I, like, learned about his tragic fucking life, and was just, like, I just listened to the album a bunch. Holy fuck, it's the best music ever made. He's beautiful. It's wonderful. And it's like, it's rock, but it's soulful. Like, it like kind of is just genre bending.
Mm-hmm.
But like lyrically is so good too. And like, fuck. Crashing out to some Jeff Buckley, that was huge for me this year. Huge.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
First of all, I need to like carve out some time to watch that documentary.
Dude, please, it's really good. It's really great.
I know it's gonna be sad, so I was crying. I need to carve out some time to like be sad.
Me and two buddies were in the theater together, just bawling. Like, and once I finished crying, I'd look over and one of the other ones was crying. I was like, damn.
See, I couldn't do it with a buddy. I would feel like
some roads
awkward.
you have to walk alone.
Yeah, so exactly. I also had a Jeff Buckley moment this year.
Did you?
I started dating Hunter this year in
Congrats.
May. Thank you. Everyone seems to fuck with her.
Dude, I fuck with her heavy. I love her.
And while we were still in like our yearning period, Grace was on daily, front to back.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
It was,
and that makes sense because you guys are like have a lesbian tension in your relationship, despite it not being a lesbian relationship.
I know what you mean.
But there's like a yearning there that I love for you, Jeremy.
She plays into it. On one of our first dates, actually our first date ever, we just went on a little like walk around the town we live in.
The town we live in.
And like got lunch and shopped at some cool stores, and we went to a record store, and she picked out Grace and told me I should buy it, and I did.
Wow. Aw, wow. That's actually really great.
She's aware and she plays into it, and Grace was on daily.
Daily. Oh, that's awesome.
My mom actually put me on to Jeff Buckley many, many years ago.
That's awesome. Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. And I've always appreciated him. For a long time, the song Dream Brother was my favorite.
Oh my god. I had a phase with just about every song on the Grace album. Dream Brother is probably top 3 for me, though.
The I always thought the drumming on that was really cool.
So great. So great.
His drummer is insanely cracked. For a guy, like, he's a singer-songwriter. His band is just called, like, Jeff Buckley, the guy.
Yeah.
And his musicians are really cool.
No, and he has, like, orchestral instruments in a lot of them, too. Like, it's not just, like, typical, like, rock band. It's, like, shit. You fuck, man, fuck.
Yeah, he writes ballads, but very modern ballads.
Yeah.
Like, he defined that genre for a modern audience. I also really like what you said about him being kind of genre bending. There's something distinctly American about his music. It is kind of R&B and soul.
Well,
it's orchestral and...
I mean, you'll learn this in the documentary, but one of his biggest influences was... Oh, God, what's her... Nina Simone? What's her name? Let me make sure I have the right... Yeah, Nina Simone. Who was, like, a female black singer. Mm-hmm. Like, that was one of his biggest influences. And, like, if you'll watch the documentary, but, like, when you listen to her and then listen to the way he, like, moves his voice, it's so interesting and cool.
I just looked her up on Apple Music, and she made the song I Put a Spell on You.
Yes, yeah.
And that makes a ton of sense.
One of the most influential singers ever.
Yeah.
Although I've never probably given her correct credit.
Right.
But yeah, he was influenced by, like, people you really wouldn't expect.
I can hear it now.
But, like, her, Led Zeppelin, you know, some others, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, it's something very distinctly American. And it's very, very cool. He added to, like, the gothic.
Yeah. But also, while being a cool person, even when it wasn't woke era yet, but he was low-key woke. He loved women. He respected women. He respected, like, I don't know. He was just, like, low-key a good person. So, rest in peace, Jeff Buckley. He was also beautiful. Sorry. I don't usually, like, I'm not into men that much. But damn, Jeff Buckley, he's beautiful.
They were saying that about him when he was alive.
Yeah.
He was...
He's beautiful.
I remember reading a Playgirl article about him from the 90s, about how he was the sexiest man alive.
But he was.
He probably was back then.
I think he always was. Like, they just don't look like that anymore. You ever seen a man that looks like him these days? No. No? They're not making faces like that.
No, they don't make interesting looking men like that anymore.
They all look like they wrestle now.
Yeah, or they don't, I don't know. There's just something, he has such an interesting face. He had big, let me look up a picture of Jeff Buckley. Beautiful. It was so, he had very soft features.
But they were big, but they were soft.
Big and soft. Like, he had...
This is so long now that we're talking about Jeff Buckley.
Like, wet, kind eyes, big lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see too often. But yeah, I had and, like, you know, would dress feminine sometimes. Honestly, I think if Jeff Buckley lived today, there'd be a they in those pronouns.
Whoa.
Jeff Buckley's saying whoa about... Wait, what am I saying?
Jeremy's saying whoa.
Jeremy is lost in Jeff Buckley's eyes right now.
I don't think he would be a they, but he would absolutely hang with, like, the elder queers.
Okay, for sure.
He would, yeah, absolutely.
I think he'd do some drag.
Oh, Given. He probably did drag.
Given, yeah.
He's just, because he's just cool like that. He just did that for fun. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he would be a they.
I just sense a they.
Yeah.
He, they, lesbian, Jeff Buckley.
I think my favorite album this year was probably... It's gonna be kind of normie, but...
Okay.
Either In Utero by Nirvana or Getting Killed by Geese.
Classics.
Yep, classics.
There's nothing wrong with being a little normie. Like, if it's popular, a lot of times, I mean, it is good, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Or very lately, Sticky Fingers by Rolling Stones.
Was that your vibe this year? Did you feel very kind of grungy and nasty?
I think so. This is a higher energy year, I'm pretty sure. As opposed to... I didn't have much sadness, I don't know. Other years have been, like, loud. Like, last year, the album of the year, if we had done that, would have been, like, When the Kite String Pops by Acid Bath. It would have been, like, of loud, violent sludge metal, because that was...
I think that's where I'm headed this next year.
Whoa.
Like, I'm starting to make my new playlist, and it's very, like, Deftones-y vibe.
That's awesome.
Like, girl metal.
Deftones is definitely a 2024 thing. I was so into them for a second. That's interesting. But now I think I'm fading into something softer, a little
Fair.
more classic rock. Like, Geese, they're bringing back classic rock. I have a lot to say about them this episode.
Really?
Well, yeah, I think a couple... We'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay. Maybe that's just what happens to you when you get in your mid-20s. You go back to the classic rock.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, my favorite book I read this year was Beloved by Toni Morrison.
No shit.
Yeah.
I want to read that eventually. How...
You can borrow it if you want.
I might take you up on that.
Yeah.
What
Really
did you
great.
like about it?
Oh my god. I mean, just the writing itself is just, like, beautiful. I liked that it was... it's, like, it's a horror, but it's not just, like... It's not about just being scared. It has a much, like, deeper meaning, and, like, the horror of... It mixes supernatural with just the horror of, like, living during, like, the civil rights era, and just, like, how much terror and, like, trauma gets stored in you and in your family, and just in the air. Yeah, just beautifully written, really cool concept. Also, like, a good read, but not necessarily an easy read. Like, it's not, like, so dense that it's, like, hard to read, but, like, for me as someone who is still getting back in the groove of reading, it definitely is a little bit of a mental challenge. But that was a good thing. It was a good thing to, like, slow down and, like, really, like, absorb it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I haven't done a lot of reading this year, unfortunately. I will say, though, that my favorite book I read this year was 1984. I finally finished it.
Oh, yeah.
I finally read it. And I was not made to read it in school, but I see why it was an immediate classic. That book is really good. I think there is quite a few things that are transferable to, like, what we see today, but it does teach me that not everything is so bleak and not everything is as fascist as we think it is. But it gives you a lot of tools for noticing what is evil and what is, like, stripping away your rights and privacy and whatnot.
It's just interesting that you say that, because, like, I feel like, and I guess, yeah, I mean, in an obvious sense, we're not living in 1984, but the surveillance state of it all right now is so, it's getting so bad. And I actually have, like, a big thing in our, like, topic document that I want to do, but...
What interested me the most is that the surveillance state was only for, like, citizens who were forced to adhere to such insane strict rules, and if you, like, everyone was gonna get, like, bagged and sent to the Big Brother torture camp eventually. But the proletariat, they didn't necessarily care what they did. They lived in horrible, abject poverty, working shitty jobs, and they were allowed to have sex and curse and drink and watch sports and do whatever they wanted to, while, like, a class of people ruled them, and they were the lawmakers and the rich people, rich quote unquote people, the people who lived better lives. They were forced to adhere to, like, insane rules.
Yeah, it is interesting the way that the classes look different. It's been a minute since I've read that book, but I do think the idea of, like, the thought police, like, you know, you in your own mind, you have, like, cops in there. I think that concept is very applicable to us.
Absolutely, yeah, the cop in your own mind. And that's exactly where they want to put it, because there's no amount of, like, cops on the street that can beat the cop in your own mind.
Yeah.
It's a very good book, though.
Yeah, I'm glad you read it. Did you find it rapey? That was my biggest issue with it, is it felt rapey. I was reading it as a 16-year-old, and I was like, I don't really fuck with this part. Just the way he talked about women, and You know?
Yeah, but I understood why he talked about women like that. He was, like, purposefully sexually repressed and made by the government to feel that way about other people, completely dehumanized them, and, like, everything is a transaction, and if you can't get what you want through, like, money or traditional means, then you either take it or you think about taking it violently, and it just, the government wanted to, like, put you in a spiral of alienation.
Yeah. No, I think that probably is the correct take, but regardless, like, it's just uncomfortable to read, you know?
Extremely,
but,
yeah.
I mean, also that's, maybe it was the point. But I was, like, 16, I'm like, I feel uncomfortable.
And that's completely valid. It's strange to have, like, 16-year-olds read stuff like that, but I understood it. It's important to make it's important to make everyone think about that.
Yeah.
And confront that. The confronting it and critically thinking about what it means.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
I think...
Oh, wait, I have movies, too.
Yeah, I was going to move on to movies. What was your favorite movie this year?
Okay, okay. I like a lot of movies, alright? So, I have 4 that ranked very high on my Letterboxd.
I only chose movies that came out this year.
Okay, I didn't. I just chose, like, things that I watched this year that I liked a lot. So,
Cool.
Some of them came out this year and some of them did not. So I have Sinners, Together, Sorry Baby. All 3 of those did come out this year. And then I have Fight Club on there, too, because I watched it for the first time this year.
I can't... It was that good?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was so... Wait, also, Interstellar should be on that list, too, because I watched that for the first time this year. That was a really classic, good one.
It is a classic.
Similar to Fight Club, it's like, damn, it's like a really great movie, and I have to give it its flowers, even though it's a boy movie.
It's a boy movie. Yeah, it is.
But yeah... Sorry Baby is probably the one that people don't know that much about. It was like a really smaller, like, indie film, but that one was like a really beautiful, just like slice of life, kind of like dealing with like grief and recovery, and like it's a movie that feels like you're getting a hug.
Aww.
It's really great.
My favorite movies were also, it was Sinners. That was a really good movie.
Sinners, really great.
Really great. But a runner-up was Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm not kidding. Incredible
Really?
movie. It was a lot more fun and campy than I thought it would be. It was, the writing, don't go into it thinking it's gonna be Kino, but also don't go into it thinking it's gonna be, like, really, really bad. It was really fun.
Did
For,
you
like,
watch
a
the first
movie.
one?
I did.
Did you think it's better than the first one?
I did.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it was...
Is Josh Hutcherson in that one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's the main character of both.
Okay.
The plot centers around the same, like, cast of characters.
Okay.
Like, the cop, the girl who's a cop, the
The cop, the girl who's a cop.
You know what I mean. That's one person. The woman who is a cop. I don't
Listing
want to
the
spoil
different
anything
cops.
in case we have
Okay,
audience
sorry.
members.
In case you don't want Five Nights at Freddy's 2 spoiled. Right, okay. No,
But-
that's very, considerate of you.
Josh Hutcherson and the sister, it centers around that cast. And the story was, I don't know. The story was not bad.
Can I ask?
thought the writing was really, it did what it needed to do. Everyone did what they needed to do. It was really fun.
Can I ask if you were inebriated when you watched it?
Stone cold sober.
Okay, alright.
Did
I'm
the
glad you
Minecraft
liked
movie
it.
come out this year?
Did it?
I think that may have been a last year event.
It might have been a last year event. I don't remember. I did watch that, though.
I had a very special moment at that
No, I
viewing.
think it was this year. This year's been so long. Do you feel that way, too? I feel like a lot
Yes.
happened this year.
I was going to mention that I tried reading Catch-22, but that got upended by the tour I went on. I toured the East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
That happened not just this year, but this summer.
Yeah.
That feels like ages ago. I'm telling people, oh man, back in my day, I used to be in a punk band. We toured the East Coast. It was so much fun. That was this summer. It feels like ages ago.
Okay, Grandpa, like, come on.
Yeah. This is a very long year.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that I'm 24 years old and unk as hell, and the time still feels like it drags on.
Yeah.
The years don't fly by yet. I also graduated college this year.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Yeah, you low-key had a great year, Jeremy.
2025 was a good year for Jeremy.
Good for you.
Do you have a favorite moment from this year?
Like, personally?
Just like, I mean, personally or like in the news?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't think about it enough.
I asked Hunter that question, and she said when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Because Hunter's funny as fuck.
Because she's funny as fuck. And I was in tears this morning when she said that. Holy shit. First of all, that was in 2024.
First of all.
Oh my god.
No, there's levels to that joke.
You
wouldn't get it.
We'll say something about this later on in the episode, but I think my favorite moment was when Elon Musk got on Twitter.com and said that Trump Trump won't release the Epstein files because he's in them.
Yeah, he was low-key right about that. Maybe my favorite cultural moment was Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo having like a weird homoerotic friendship. I kind of fuck with it.
Interesting.
I think more celebrities should have ambiguous relationships with their co-stars.
They have an extremely close, like...
No, actually, it's really concerning if you think about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just, like, trying to keep it light.
The more I see about that movie and, like, their, like, particularly their, interviews they do, it gets kind of weird.
No, it's really
I am
weird.
concerned for both of their health.
Really
they don't look like they're doing that well, but...
They look extremely unwell, but...
I'm glad they have each other. It seems like they always will after this.
Glad that they had that little, like, pinky hold moment.
They trauma bonded on Sinners too. Wicked too.
Wicker. On Wicker too.
You want to move on to predictions for big events in the year 2026?
Yeah, I'll do some predictions. Number one, I think everyone's gonna copy me and get single. I think singleness is gonna become a solution to situationships and just like crappy dudes in general. Low-key 4B movement vibes. Like, I don't think America would get to that, is gonna get there right now. But it could be a little, I don't know.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but 4B is like a South Korean feminist movement.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It's where I guess I don't know everything about it. But it's just a vow of like off men basically in order to protest patriarchy, and you're not supposed to marry, have babies. I don't even think like date or have sex. I think that's all, but I don't know that enough about it, but
interesting.
And like good for them.
Good for them. It is South Korea is a very, very interesting, concerning dynamic between gender right now where like there is a gigantic split politically. Every man you meet is going to be right wing. Every woman you meet is going to be left wing, and they just nobody's talking to each other. It's very volatile in that country.
Yeah. So don't have their babies.
Don't have their babies. It's becoming. I wonder if that will spread to the rest of the world. I do agree with you that I think singleness is going to be in.
Singleness is just going to be in because I think, as we've talked about, like you just have to go through stuff. And everyone in these, like, horrible situationships and relationships I think, they're just gonna start reaching a point where it's like, okay, I've had enough happen to me that no more stuff happened to me, now I'm single.
Yeah, let me control my own narrative for just a second and not have a person included that that fucks up my mojo.
Yeah, well, I think people are waking up to the fact that, like, you know, men are not all that, and so, like, don't date one if it's not worth it.
And there's a lot to be gained just by yourself, and you don't need to... We talked about this a little bit in our last episode about your year of celibacy, where you're kind of, like, just coveting something else, like some other perverted image of success by yearning for a relationship so bad. Anywho's, I think we're going to see the world's first armed conflict over water specifically.
Oh, God.
I think there's a 25% chance that America is directly involved, as in, like, American troops directly, like, on the ground in another country, and a 90% chance America supplies one side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
90. Awesome.
And here's what I think is going to happen, all right? I've talked at great length about how in Mexico, at least in certain parts of Mexico, you only have access to water at certain times of the day. You can only turn on a faucet during, like, predetermined times and have water come out. And I've talked about how we'll never see this in America. It is a vitally important facet of the glue that holds America together. If we ever have to ration water like that, the government, you know, won't be overthrown because we're too housebroken. But the next person to be elected anywhere will be whoever manages to convince the populace that they can turn the water back on. Anyways, Mexico doesn't have constant access to water in part because Nestle and Coke have massive claims over the water rights.
Yeah.
Mexico makes more money selling water to these companies than it would ever make selling water to its constituents. I think here in America, AI data centers are going to threaten the constant access to water that communities enjoy, which is hopefully a non-starter to get these data centers built. I think we live in Michigan, and right now there's a lot of data, at least one big one.
One big one, but there's like 15. I was just reading an article about it this morning. There's like 15 or something.
Because there's a handful
proposed projects.
Yeah, a handful of protests that are happening against at least one that I know of. Because we have the Great Lakes, and that's a lot of access to water, and they need water to cool down the data centers.
And like thankfully it is working in a lot of cases. Like things are being like put on hold or canceled completely. So, good job, guys. Keep doing that.
Right, yeah. Hopefully before they never even break ground. Again, hopefully it's a non-starter because that threatens water access. Eventually, AI companies, however, will realize that not only is it less bureaucratically complicated to build in third world countries, but it's vastly cheaper to do this as well. I think there will be a war over rights to the water in, for example, a river that flows through several countries, as a data center sucking up vast amounts of water from one part of a river will harm the economies of the countries that also share that river, and there will be a war over those resource rights. Either that or a straight-up civil war, because the government is backed by companies that want to build AI data centers and suck up all that water, and the people need water to drink, and it's ruining their lives.
That's really terrifying, but you might be right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like inevitable at some point. I just don't know how soon it will be.
I think 2026 is the year. I think we are closing in on, like, a recession. If we weren't... You've probably heard this before, but if it wasn't for AI, like, the growth of AI in the tech industry, we would already be in a recession.
Yeah, which is really funny because AI currently is just companies, like, passing money back and forth. It's not actually, like, that big of a product yet in terms of, like, consumers, right?
Yeah, it's already been around for a couple of years. They've tried out a few, like, revenue-generating models. There's a lot of AI companies out there, who are, like, gaining gazillion-dollar valuations because of investors pouring gazillions of dollars around or in, and, like you said, moving the same $1 billion around a couple of times. There isn't a single AI company that's made $1 of profit.
Which is hilarious.
Which is so funny.
Yeah, they're really overestimating, like, people's want for AI, I feel.
Or even, like, a single use case at all.
Yeah.
I don't think... Anyways, a lot of this... That $1 billion that they're all passing around is just debt.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's over-leveraged, and I think that bubble is gonna pop.
Cool. The economy works so good.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm sorry.
And
that.
I don't think... Or, if the bubble doesn't pop, it's because we have made data centers extremely cheap, and I think it's going to be at the expense of, like, third world countries.
Oh, for sure. Always.
Do we have a less sad prediction on your end?
Yeah, well, kinda. I think, again, I think a lot of our predictions last year were kind of, like, recession core vibes, and mine definitely are this year, too. Mm-hmm. But with some fun twists. Like, I think going into a recession actually makes things, in some ways, fun sometimes, because it means, like, people have to get kind of creative in ways to, like, you know, take the edge off of life. So I think clubbing culture is coming back. I think recession music is coming back. Like recession pop, and that shit bangs. Yeah. I think that's gonna be good. House parties for like really random occasions and like fun themes.
I was gonna write something about that, but I knew you would.
Yeah, but you knew I would. So I think that's gonna be huge. I think people are gonna have fun where they can, when they can, and they're gonna have a lot of it because it's like, damn, I gotta go to like my fuck ass job tomorrow, or I'm unemployed, so I just gotta, you know.
Mm-hmm. I have something written about how dinner parties are in specifically.
Dinner parties are in. Please feed your friends. We're all skipping meals right now.
That's in my ins section, and I'll get to that. But my last prediction is, listen, guys, Trump turns 80 on June 14th.
Listen.
A conspiracy theory I hold is that by the end of Biden's presidency, it was actually like Kamala and their cabinet calling the shots. I think Biden occasionally opined and obviously signed papers and went on television. I don't think he ran the place.
Yeah.
I don't think he ran this John internally.
Yeah.
I think if Trump doesn't resign, his cognitive decline, or perhaps his death, will force the rest of the administration to run the country for him.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the year he passes. I think somehow he's gonna live to like 98.
Oh, don't say that.
But I think this is the last year we have a Trump presidency. I think
Okay.
things are gonna be ran behind the scenes by like J.D. Vance and a cabinet.
Okay. Solid prediction. What else do I have? I think there's gonna be a bunch more like research and like bad news that comes out about vaping and like how bad it is for you. But then I don't think anyone's gonna really care or do anything about it. Like I think everyone's gonna keep. I mean, like literally, it came out this year that like vapes have like lead in them, and like no one gave a fuck. They were like, "Oh, okay."
That is insane.
Time to hit my lead vape.
People have been saying that for a while, that like vaping is so new and we don't really know like anything about it. We don't even know
the ramifications of its hazards yet.
I love that meme.
We don't even know what's in it. Plus, it's like some other shit, and we don't even know the ramifications of its hazards yet.
No, but dead ass. I think it's becoming more and more clear, but like that was literally the same thing for smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking, like cigarettes have been called cancer sticks since like the 80s, man. We've known it gives you cancer, but we're not going to give that up.
No one gaff.
No one gaff. It's a vice. We do it even though we understand all that it entails.
Yeah.
I think
the only good, like, I don't know, if you guys care about the environment, vapes is really bad for the environment, so
due to
if you need a reason, there you go.
Due to very, very funny like legal loopholes.
Yeah.
The reason why we have stuff like geek bars and breezes and whatnot is because those are single use. Mm-hmm. You hit them until the battery dies or the cartridge is empty, and then you throw it out and it goes to a landfill.
Yeah.
Whereas with Juuls, you bought a Juul and then you bought tiny little disposable pods.
Yeah. Refillable.
The refillable pods, those were banned in America.
That's awesome.
Single use geek bars, breezes, shit you can like go on Twitter and play Tetris on.
Yeah.
You can call your mom on your breeze. Those are not banned.
Yeah. Isn't
for
that awesome?
Some strange, I don't know, legal oversight. I have no idea what their cause, like why they did that, why they banned one thing, not the other. But it has led to insane amounts of plastic waste.
Yeah. Well, and like children like mining, you know, and all that.
Yeah, just everything awful you can imagine.
Yeah,
And it has gotten worse to no one's benefit because the only thing you can smoke is single-use giant vapes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And all the health hazards that we don't know Plus it's some other shit
Plus
that we don't even know that hazardous ramifications of.
And those are all your predictions?
Yeah.
My only other one I want to talk about is I think that Chaperone and Phoebe Bridgers will both put out albums this year.
Ooh.
That is both a prediction and a beg.
A cry for help.
I need my girls. I need new music.
2025 had zero Chaperone. She kind of...
Well, okay, here's the thing about Chaperone. She got really famous in 2023. That's when she really took off. But the album that she's touring right now, and that is, like, her only album, came out in, like, 2020, I want to say. Or it came out, like, a long time ago, basically, is what I'm saying.
You're right.
And she just got, like, noticed. So that album's been out for a minute. So I'm hoping that means that she has another one out this year.
Dude,
it's 2023 is when her other album came out.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not true.
Dude, Pink Pony Club is a single from 2020.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. For some reason it says 2023 on Tidal, but I think that's maybe just when it was put on Tidal.
I think it did come out in 2023, but she got really big in 2024 just due to a couple concerts, and she just got lucky and got noticed. I remember you telling me about that because you saw her.
Yeah, so it's 2024 when she got it. I saw her the weekend she blew up. I saw her the weekend that Good Luck Babe came out as a single.
Yeah.
And that's what really, like, put her on the map.
Yeah.
And then I saw her at Bonnaroo that same year, and they had to change her stage. Originally she was going to be in just, like, the smaller, like, tent thing. And they were like, no, like, that will kill people from, like, crowd. Mm-hmm. They had to move her to one of the biggest stages that they have in this huge field. And she drew one of the biggest crowds of the entire festival.
And they still gave her a shitty time because she was slated for a bad time.
Oh my god,
it was
4 p.m. on the hottest day of the whole week. There were people passing the fuck out.
Yeah.
Great show, though.
I bet.
She's a great performer.
One of those things where I kind of wish I was there.
Yeah.
Like, that is something special that you can...
But
like,
also,
that's deep meg lore.
Phoebe, come on, she left us.
She hasn't made anything since, like, 2022.
I know.
Right? Like, she had a really big moment during what seems like COVID. She was really big during...
No, her last album's from 2020.
Yeah.
She's done some Boy Genius shit, but it's, like, respectfully, and I don't hate it, but it does sound like church music. If, like, you know, so after you listen to it a few times, it's like, damn, I don't really want to hear your hymns right now. I want some fucking Phoebe Bridgers weirdness. You and you alone, girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I miss her.
Where has she gone? She,
Dude.
like, she was so big during COVID, and, like, for a couple years after,
she did the Minions movie, so we have that, I guess, but...
Oh, God.
And then, you know, she's had, like, a random single every now and then, but it's like, no, I want, like, an album. I want a Phoebe Bridgers album. I want to listen to it for the first time, and I want to cry and roll around on the floor and be in my car and almost crash it. That's what I want. So...
Yeah, that's sad. Hopefully
that's my ask of the universe.
I bet if Chaperone releases an album, we're also going to see a Phoebe Bridgers album. I think...
Do you think they go hand in hand?
I think so.
I think they're two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Lesbianism's going to be big in 2026.
Oh, huge.
Another fun section that I suggested last minute we do was, since we did this episode last year and did predictions, we can talk about what we got right and what we got wrong. Yeah. Starting with things we got right, I think we both had it in there that situationships are out. And...
I don't think they were out that much.
Really?
Well...
This is purely anecdotal for me, but none of my friends seem to be in one. I think we were right about them being out. Nobody's posting about that bullshit online anymore. There are no Substack think pieces. God bless.
I think people are being quieter about them because now they're more embarrassing. But no, they're definitely still around. Anecdotally, several of my friends are in them, and they're actually more evil than they were before.
Whoa.
And no, I still be seeing some stuff online. But yeah, most of the stuff I see online now is, like, shameful. Like, they are ashamed of their situation.
That's good, because at least they understand that it's bad.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there's a deep
couple years
yearning...
ago, there was, like, it was on purpose. People wanted to be in them on purpose.
That was everyone's Fleabag era, and being a Fleabag era was really big, and that's when everyone got into their situationship. But now there's a ton of shame around being in one, and like you said, I guess I haven't heard of it because everyone's being quiet and shameful about their situationship.
And you should be. Yeah.
I think as we get older as a population, we're either getting serious or cutting each other off. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I think ghosting is more popular. It's a good thing almost that we ghost as a population.
Yeah, I think ghosting's okay. Like, I don't know, if it's someone redeemable or like they're just not for you, then it's like, okay, maybe say that. If it's someone just kind of weird, yeah, fucking block that guy. Fucking block.
I hold an even more hardline position than you do, maybe. I've always maintained a pro-ghosting standpoint.
Really?
It's controversial, but I don't believe anyone's entitled to the emotional labor that elaborating upon this isn't working out entails. Up to, like, if you go on 1, 2, hell, even maybe like 3 dates with someone, and then all of a sudden you never get a text or call back, you just have to say, oh, darn, tough titties, they weren't into it for whatever reason. And I feel like no one really owes you that much of an explanation.
No, I mean, I agree with you in the sense that no one owes anybody anything, but I think I don't know, I don't think it's bad to give, like, a little bit of a goodbye situation. Or a little feedback. Hey, you fucking talk about yourself a lot. Because my concern, I guess, is just that people will get, like, well, and I guess, okay, saying this sounds like maybe this person was already kind of a bad person, so maybe they don't need to be, you know, coddled and make it worse. But, like, sometimes being ghosted makes people kind of, like, evil and weird.
That's true, and you don't learn too much from it because you get no feedback. Yeah.
Well, I just feel like it, like, makes people not want to date anymore when it happens. But also, like, tough titties, I guess. I'm gonna
contend that the worst negative reaction you're gonna get comes from a failure to, you know, receive rejection well.
Yeah.
I also think it is safer and more comfortable for every party involved, like men, women, everyone, that it's just normalized and nobody is entitled to much.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
You get what I'm putting up. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a really big thought I had. I wouldn't hurt to have.
I saw the wheels turning in your brain.
Another thing we got right was colorful hair dye is out.
Yeah, I saw a lot less of that this year.
You have in hair dye right now, but it is, dear audience, it is a deep red.
It's a calico, but it's like a deep red and brown calico.
Red and brown, yes.
That's kind of always been my thing. I've never really I've had, like, bright colored hair a couple times in my life, but I've always stuck mainly to the naturals.
You had it when you had mold poisoning.
Yeah, I did have bright blue hair when I had mold poisoning, so I wonder why, you know what I mean? But in general, like, in the population, and I be hanging around the gays, I'm not seeing, like, our bright neon colors that much. Even the people with, like, really dyed hair, it's, like, pretty muted, I'm seeing.
I think you may have mentioned
like streaks.
Something like this. It's streaks. I've seen a lot more, like, platinum blondes.
Okay.
Which I thought that was really cool. Like, straight up white sometimes.
Yeah, no, I fuck with that heavy.
But nothing that's, like, you don't see any more blues, purples, greens.
Yeah.
The hair dye you're wearing right now could reasonably be mistaken for kind of a natural hair color.
Yeah. Besides the fact that I have 7 of them.
Yeah,
7 different shades,
but... It's not overt, it's not screaming, it's very muted. We move to a lot of muted colors, or colors that are not, you know, visibly terribly unnatural. My question is, do you think it's going to come back, and when, and also why?
I think, yeah, but maybe not the whole head. Like, I think people are getting more into, like, fun little pops of color. So, like, more streaks and designs. Like, have you seen, like, raccoon hair and stuff?
I think so.
Like, just people who, like, do, like, stripes or something. And that's not usually on the whole head. It's usually just, like, a piece or two.
Yeah.
So I think, like, more, like, fun, like, styling and, like, pops, but not necessarily doing, like, an entire head of, like, bright orange. That's not really the vibe lately.
That makes sense. I think it almost might be a recession thing. I think we're gonna see it again. Maybe not, like, in full force like we had it during, like, COVID or, like, before that. Like, in middle school, everyone had blue hair. It was weird for not having blue hair. I don't know if we'll ever see it again like that, but I think in 5 or so years, we will see bright colors resurge.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I think so, too.
My last one that we got right. Do you have one that you noticed?
No, because I didn't re-listen to the episode.
Oh.
That's okay. You. It's on you, baby girl.
Here's a controversial one. This is my last one. I'm gonna have to explain myself a lot here. Last year, I said that dad rap would be in. In reference to, like, Lil Wayne and old Kendrick Lamar. And I think I was correct in a very roundabout way. 2025 is the first year since I think, like, the early 2000s that a rap song or album wasn't in the top 25.
Oh.
That was, like, recently announced.
That's really crazy.
And
yeah, now that you say that, I can't really, like, Tyler released an album, but, like, I can't remember a ton of, like, rap being popular this year.
It's mostly Taylor Swift up there. Yep.
Shivers.
But, like, even when Taylor Swift releases an album, like, every couple of months, I swear. But rap was usually still up there.
Right.
And, like, somebody had something out, or somebody's, like, old stuff. Kendrick Lamar is up there for a very long time.
Yeah.
But for the first time rap dominated American music culture for nearly every year of the 21st century.
Yeah.
That's how long it's just been there. And you know what was number 1? Defined, and number 2 took a back seat during this time? Dad rock. Right? Young Thug is just, like, what everyone listened to for the last, I guess, 10 years. But, like, you get what I'm saying when I say that. But if you're Gen Z or millennial, you're a certain type of guy if you listen to Steely Dan.
Sure, yeah.
I think the groundwork for the same thing has been laid out for dad rap. I think older rap is going to take a back seat, and we simply won't see rappers in the mainstream anymore, much like how we don't really see rock bands. Or we spent the last 20 years not seeing rock bands, or bands in general, singer-songwriters in general, take a huge... No, just bands. Singer-songwriters have been big. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Not like we used to, at least. And I have more on that in our ins and outs.
No, interesting theory.
What we got wrong, I thought I had such a good, hopeful thought when I said literacy was going to be in. I thought Infinite Jest and the Brothers Karamazov were going to have such a massive resurgence, and everyone was going to get into these massive heated debates, like heated discussions over them all over the place, because literature is going to be so ubiquitous. I could not have been more wrong.
Yeah. Oh god, it's bad.
Yeah, 2025 was the year it seems like everyone in America became aware of and formed an opinion about the quote-unquote American literacy crisis.
Yeah.
I think it's deepened, and I think, like, so much... It is so ubiquitous in our cultural zeitgeist now that we will absolutely be seeing education and literacy become an issue politicians campaign on. I think it's an institutional failure and will require institutional change, but it's so funny that reading and literacy became unpopular and got worse.
Yeah, that was, pretty directly not what you predicted. Sorry about that, bro.
Yeah.
The consequences will affect all of us.
It will. It was terrible. I wanted so badly for things to get better. Yeah. And they did not.
It's beautiful that you had so much hope.
I have an addiction to hope. That's why I love gambling. Ladies and gentlemen, Mom, I don't love gambling. I know you're listening. A second thing we got wrong is I said that at-home martinis would be really big this year.
We were literally just doing stuff that we were doing. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, we made martinis at home the other day. I bet everyone will do this.
Specifically, I thought there would be a shift away from beer at the bar after work, which would be replaced by martini at home.
Yeah, no. I
And-
think everyone was at the bar.
Yeah, I have a bit more to say about this in my ins and out, but I was absolutely wrong about that. The culture did not support my martinis at home dream, and I think everyone let me down. Let me down more so than
sorry,
everyone
Jeremy.
stopped, like, the literacy crisis let me down.
Bigger deal.
I actually let myself down. This year was the year I started going out to our favorite bar and having drinks there after work. I haven't done that before until this year.
Wow, really?
You know? I started ordering a PBR and a shot of Jameson after
Yeah.
a stupid-ass evil shift at work. And I go to my favorite bar because I know all my friends are there after their evil-ass stupid shift at work.
And you go be evil together.
And we go be evil together. More about that in the ins and outs of. Do you want to start on ins?
Yeah, my
2026 ins?
number one top in is doing nothing. Like, I just think rest is huge. And not just resting and like, oh, I'm laying down, I'm scrolling on my phone. No, I mean doing nothing. I mean laying down, not listening, napping, huge. And I think we're going to see a rise in sleep culture. I think there's going to become an industry for sleep. I think you're going to be seeing, you know, like supplements and vitamins for better sleep, special pajamas. People are going to be investing in their sheets. Just picture that guy with his silk pajamas and his little hat on his head. That guy, that's everybody. People are going to get into dream journaling. Everything's going to be about sleeping, resting, chilling out.
I don't know what the hell we're both reading, but I almost wrote something extremely similar.
Yeah.
I was going to write down with, like, basically no evidence, but just purely on vibes, that I think that there's going to be a really big, like, health culture push towards doing everything you absolutely can to get more than 7 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
It's
and
going to be
deep sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be like it's going to be like a diet fad. You're
Yeah.
going to be, it's a
No,
moral
literally.
failing if you get less than 7 hours.
I think it's going to be
of sleep.
starting like a thing that you can brag about. Oh, dude, I got like 10 hours last night.
Yeah.
Like people are going to like compete about it. Like, you know how people like are always like, oh, I need to get 10,000 steps today. It's going to be that, but with sleeping. Oh, I got 100 minutes like on this nap.
You're so
You're
right.
tracking your naps.
And there's gonna be nap tracking.
Nap trackers.
There will absolutely be a rise in, like, sleep is gonna become a huge industry. There's gonna be, like, pills that people sell.
Yeah.
There's gonna be weird, like, sleeping technology.
Yeah.
You're gonna wear something on your wrist to track your sleep.
Yeah.
That is
honk
so.
memeing.
Everyone is gonna be honk memeing this year. That is an interesting we both picked up. Interesting
Yeah.
thing we both picked up on.
Yeah.
That's so cool. My first I mentioned this earlier in the episode, dinner parties.
Yup.
Right? There's something so special about a get-together where everyone brings a dish that I think is going to explode in popularity in 2026.
That's interesting, Jeremy, because when I threw a dinner party, you didn't come.
I was employed. I worked 2 days a week, and everyone hung out on those 2 days a week.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Jeremy's working on Thursday and Sunday. Everything we plan is going to be Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah, everyone...
That was true for a minute.
Yeah, it was!
I made a really good chicken. Barbecue. Yep.
And that's cool as shit. I've been to a couple this year, all populated by people my age. And
Wait,
it's
you
not
don't
just...
even eat chicken, sorry.
I don't eat chicken, but I would have appreciated the culture with the vibes would have been so good because people were macking on that
Yeah.
chicken. They were going to town on that chicken, I bet. I've gone to, like, a bunch of dinner parties. Like, not even within our friend group, but, like,
Yeah.
all populated by kids my age. Like, I went to... Me and a couple dudes all get together sometimes and play poker. Mm-hmm. And a while ago, for no particular reason at all, we all decided this is the night we bring some food. We all bring a dish. Nobody said anything. Nobody said it was going to be a potluck. We all came to the independent conclusion to bring something.
Wow.
I brought, like, homemade hash browns.
Dude.
That's because what I wanted.
Yeah.
One guy brought, like, buffalo dip. One guy brought, like, a bunch of cookies and
That's
stuff.
beautiful.
It was awesome. We were just playing poker.
The 20-somethings yearn for a balanced meal, and they can't achieve it on their own.
And they can't achieve it on their own, dead ass.
Because who can afford to, like, make several things? Everyone can afford to make one thing.
And then bring
and
it
then
to...
you
yeah,
share.
And younger people who... This is populated by, younger people who, and this is my favorite part, don't necessarily know how to cook very well.
No, I think everyone's, like, doing an experiment.
Yes.
So it's, like, it might be bad, and that's just the vibe. And we all have to be radically accepting of that.
Yeah. Like, my Brussels sprouts have always come out undercooked. They kind of sucked. I'm still new to cooking. I like making Brussels sprouts. I love them, but I don't cook.
I respect your Brussels sprouts.
Thank you. People bring over pasta that's, like, kind of dry because they haven't figured out their Mima's secret to making it good. The buffalo dip needs more salt, and also the guy who made it put sugar into it for some reason. But none of that actually matters because the event is the get-together.
Yeah. Well, and you tried and you cooked for each other and, like, shit, like, everybody's gotta learn. Like, Mima didn't get that good at her mac and cheese without making it 500 times.
Exactly.
We are the future Mimas and Peepaws.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And we don't think about that now. We don't need to, but we're on our way. This is how Mima and Peepaw started.
Yeah.
And everyone leaves full as hell thinking, that was so cool and so much fun. I love my friends. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's
You still ate that pasta.
about.
You still ate the Brussels sprouts. You had a good-ass time.
You buffaloed that dip.
Mm-hmm. My second I think, is in lieu of a successful third place, we're going to see social drinking rise.
I have that literally
amount.
also as mine.
Yeah.
We both said we're drinking.
We're drinking at the bar.
See, so, no, okay, will you finish your thought?
I'm talking people will be developing alcoholism purely from going out to bars, and likewise people, like, will be frequenting bars because that's where they drink. They don't drink at home. No martinis at home. 15 beers at the bar.
7 shots at the bar.
7 shots at the bar. 7 shots of Malort at the bar.
Damn, bro. See, okay, I also have drinking, and I think people will be at the bar and the club and everything. However, I think pre-gaming and sneaking alcohol is going to be up too because everyone wants to be out and be, in the vibe. However, everyone's going to be broke. So I think pre-gaming is going to be huge. And that's also beautiful because it's like intimate moment with your friends and you get to like warm up to a social event. I love a pre-game. Pre-games are important. Bring back that culture. I think you're going hard at the pre-game, so you're already pretty buzzed when you arrive to the funk. Then you only have to buy, a couple drinks when you're actually out, and then you're not breaking the bank too bad. I think flasks are in. I think hiding a little flask on you. Oh, a little sip. Oh, a little sip. That's okay. As long as you're supporting your local bar enough. Keep the lights on, alright? But if you need to sneak a couple shots, I don't blame you. I don't.
A fundamental part of the college experience is, like, pre-game at a buddy's dorm or their shitty apartment or house that they share with literally 7 other dudes.
And you've never been there, and you'll never be there again.
Exactly.
It's always some weird location.
But the pre-game there is legendary.
Yeah.
Like,
you low-key don't want to go to the function afterwards. Like, when it's time to leave, you're like,
but the
I
pre-game, I still got this. And you're passing around a bottle of Crown Royal Apple,
or
by
a
the way.
Buzzball.
Or a
one of the big ones.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, you're here. You have the vision. You have it. And then the Uber arrives, and you're like, I guess. Because you're about to stand in a college bar line for like 30 minutes while you just kind of stand there. You're not listening to music. You're just kind of chatting while your drunk wears off. And then you get inside the bar, $5 to $10 cover, lame, whatever. And then the drinks are $8, and you only get 2 of them to dance for a little while. The pregame was better.
The pregame was better.
Yeah.
Also, don't go to college bars. College bars are out.
I should have wrote that down, but college bars are kind of
So
out. It's at least the ones that we are near.
They're all
because
evil.
they are all evil.
Well, I think that's just I guess I don't know other campuses that well, but it's just like everyone's so young and doesn't know how to drink, doesn't know how to dance.
Clubbing culture has taken a bit of a hit because no one dances.
COVID made everyone really socially weird and awkward. Well, COVID and just the internet in general and, like, cringe culture and, like, wanting to avoid being cringe No, everybody get their ass on the fucking floor. I don't care what you look like. I need you to move. Move!
Everyone wants to tell a story, and no one wants to be a story. No one wants to be the story. Dance, please have fun. Don't just stand in the corner on the settings app, bro.
I know you're deleting your emails from 2 years ago, bro.
No, deadass. A lot of my friends, they'll go there like with the explicit intention to meet women. That's what they're going to like these college bars for. Yeah, and they like what that translates to in real life is them in the corner on like the settings app, or they're checking the weather. Like, what are they doing?
It's like, it's obviously if you go out and you want to meet people, that's not bad. But it's like, you can't be there with that sole intention, because it's then you're a weirdo. And you're not having fun, and you're not being interesting, so you're not attracting anybody. So, like, you're defeating the whole purpose of yourself. You need to go there with, like, genuine, just, like, let's go, let's see what happens, let's see who I meet, let's have fun, let's have a genuine interaction, see what clicks, see what doesn't. But it can't be all about, like, the search for the puss. Like, because you're not going to get any that way. Mm-mm. Now you're looking like a creep. You're just, like, looking people up and down, you're in the corner. Nobody wants you. Why would we want you? Get on the damn floor!
And the longer you stand there without getting a puss, which is your primary objective, the angrier you're gonna get. You're not having a good time.
An incel.
Yeah.
That's literally how it happened. You guys do it to yourselves.
You guys do it to yourselves.
If you wanted women, then you need to do something that attracts women. Start twerking. I'm serious. I'm fucking dead ass.
Dancing is fun.
Head spin.
Yeah, people, you're fun and interesting if you like to dance.
Learn a dance move. You know, chat with some friends. I don't know. Just do anything fun. Do anything interesting. Learn a little party trick. A little something. An icebreaker. Mm-hmm. Be interesting. Be fun. Be likable. Duh.
Magic tricks
why do I have
still,
to explain that to you?
Magic tricks are still the meta. That's a good party trick. Learn a magic trick. Take it to the club.
Learn a magic trick. Take it to the club.
Yeah.
I want to see you with a wand in the club.
That would work on me.
If you did a trick. Can you do a trick, but not sexually? Can you do a magic trick, please?
That'd be so interesting. You rope them in. Hey, you want to see a magic trick? You perform it, and then you're like, want to go dance?
Yes! Easy oh my god, yes! Duh. And bring back, like, actually just, like, hanging out for the night and not expecting it to lead to anywhere. Like, it can still be a good night that you spent with someone without exchanging numbers, without going on a date later, and without, like, taking anybody home. Appreciate what's in front of you and the moment in front of you. Don't be interacting with people, like, for a greater goal or, like, as a means to an end, because people pick up on that. Like, if you are putting out the vibe that, like, you're just, like, trying to fuck somebody, it's like, okay, this isn't fun anymore. Like, can't we just have, like, a little smooch or something? Like, why does it always have to, like, lead to something else?
Extremely wise words from Meg.
Casual interaction and, like, makeouts. Why are you guys nasty freaks?
Means to an end. It's immoral.
Yeah, it is. Because, yeah, at that point, it's like, okay, you're just treating the people around you like objects, like sex toys.
Yup.
It's like, no, like, that's a person. Enjoy your time. Don't push it. Be grateful. Be grateful that you even get to look at women. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your ends?
Let's see. Okay, so I had the drinking one. Ooh, number 3, borrowing from your friends' closets when you don't have anything to wear. I think we should start swapping clothes. Like, I've done this recently, especially with, like, my bestie Chloe. I'm like, I don't know what to wear tonight. She pulls out a top that, compared to her, the rest of her closet isn't that interesting to her, you know what I mean? She probably never thinks about it. For me, it's new, it's fresh, I feel awesome wearing her random, like, black t-shirt, you know? Just because it's, like, and that way you're not, like, always buying new clothes, but you still get the, like, sense of novelty, and it's cute and it's fun. But you better return that shit. Don't just keep your friend's shit when that's not the vibe. It's a borrow. It's a borrow, it's a wash, it's a return.
I'm also picking up on how it's going to be a cultural phenomenon, because that is a recession indicator.
Oh, yeah.
I think borrowing...
Many of these are recession indicators.
Borrowing from your friends, and I think secondhand hand-me-downs are going to be really big this year, too. Yeah. I've already handed off a couple pieces of clothing that I don't wear anymore to someone who, like, I see out there wearing it, and it's cool as hell.
Yeah.
And you run that swap meet.
Yes. Yeah, so I do a clothing swap every year, and it's so much fun to, like, see our friends around wearing, like, stuff I know they got at the swap. Or, like, you have one of my old shirts, and I'm like, wow, Jeremy's wearing my shirt tonight. But, yeah, I think that's just so much fun. Or, like, watching two people who have, like, never interacted before be like, hey, like, that's my shirt. Did you get that at the swap? And they're like, yeah. And then, like, they don't know each other.
Oh,
but, like,
that's
now they
cool.
do. Isn't that so fun? Yeah.
Your swap gets, like, 10 times bigger every single year, too.
Yeah,
It went
I'm
from,
super proud of it.
like, a dozen or so people in, like, a park one time that you rented out a pavilion to, like, you do it at your job now, and a ton of people show up throughout the day. Yeah, it's cool as hell. One of these days, I'm sure our news channel is going to do something on it.
Oh my god, I should recruit.
It becomes such a big event.
We low-key know the news.
We do low-key know the news.
You got more ins?
I do have... Actually,
we should wrap up soon. I guess it's getting kind of long.
We can do like an hour 30 this episode.
Okay.
We can make this a longer one. We used to do, our first couple episodes were really long.
That's true.
Like an hour 40.
That's true.
I'll try and speed through though. Another prediction I have is in stark opposition to the increase in drinking will be, I think people will be going to bars and clubs to do things like arts and crafts or game nights or karaoke and like completely sober though. And I think business models will grow to meet this. Like there's three card and game shops that opened up on the main road near my house within like a football field of each other. Like within 100 yards. Yeah. That's how close together they are. Because there's already a demand for that model of people like getting together and playing like Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons in a card shop. I think that is really going to explode in popularity this year, guys. Expect to be invited over to your friend's house to play, like, Uno or Monopoly a lot this year.
Game nights are going to be huge.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of those things you can take out to the bar, too. And, like, it'd be super fun.
We should play Uno at the bar.
We should play Uno at the bar.
See,
cool. Here's the thing. I've been keeping Uno in my purse for, like, months. And waiting for the opportunity for that to happen. And it hasn't happened yet.
The next time we're all, like, happen to be at the bar.
Because I don't want to, like, pressure people in Uno, because that's no good.
Yeah.
But, like, know that I have that thing on me, you know?
I'm sure if we, like, found a table and then started playing it, our friends would walk by and be like, Uno?
Uno?
Like, yo, deal me in the next hand. Yeah. I got you. And then we have, like, 8 people playing, and it's getting heated and loud.
And we get kicked out of the bar.
And we get kicked out of the bar.
Okay, I'll do one more in. Long hangouts and sleepovers are back. I want to hang out with someone for 12 hours. We hit multiple locations. We have a nap in the middle of the day. We get food. Some of it we're doing nothing. Some of it we're doing activities. I just want, like, did you have friends like that where you would just hang out for like days at a time?
Maybe when I was much younger and we were like literally kids and we all lived across the street from each other.
But like, let's bring that back as adults because I still want to do that.
We had one day this summer where we spent all day at the beach.
Oh my god, that was a good day.
And, like, we ate at the beach. Yeah. I think we may have fell asleep. We all brought books. We played in the water, like some Frisbee for a second. But we did
something that night, though, too. Did we go out?
Maybe. That was the time I got pulled over.
Oh my god!
I think we may have gone...
Yeah, no, we definitely... We went to Redacted.
We went to Redacted.
The bar Redacted.
Oops, we said something. I said something I shouldn't have. But yeah, I think we did. We spent all day. That was like a 8 to 12 hour hangout that day. I'm feeling
That's
that.
That's what I want.
I spent like all day at a friend's house just doing several activities together and by yourselves, but like parallel play.
Yes. That's what I want. Is that too much to ask for?
I can see that coming back. In the same vein that, like, card games and analog, like, arts and crafts activities are going to come back big. I have 2 fashion-related ins. Okay. My first one is polka dots. Our friend mentioned that British influencers are starting to get really eccentric, like, get into really eccentric polka dot and clown-adjacent clothing, and I think it's going to be sort of, like, British-adjacent... Like, British invasion adjacent pop culture phenomenon.
I feel like we are getting some, like, twee vibes back in a more refined way. So polka dots would fit into that, too.
My second one is I think wearing military surplus is going to be really, really in not just streetwear, but also, like, queer and alternative spaces. I think we're going to see a really sort of rugged sort of punk grunge style emerge where femmes start to wear like Swedish alpenflage and Serbian forest camo jackets that someone may have died in.
So not necessarily like American military like stuff, but like just military in general.
Like military surplus, like websites are getting kind of big where they buy military surplus from all across the world.
Okay.
And it's super cheap. It's like $4 for a very thick cloth military jacket. Okay. And I think that sort of punk fashion is going to come in.
Yeah.
In particularly queer spaces.
That'll be interesting because obviously we're having a rise of actual like militarianism or whatever the correct term would be. So it'd be I could see people doing it as almost like, you know, like the punk way, like a mockery almost. But also I feel like people might try to avoid it just because it is like actually really like, you know.
Interesting. Because I thought
prevalent.
I thought about how I could see you in like a military jacket.
I mean, yeah, I would wear one for, you know, the fashion of it all, but given the times, I don't know how I'd feel about it. Interesting,
because
you don't necessarily want to align yourself with those things when it's getting kind of scary out here.
Yeah, didn't think about it that way. I will think more on that, but I still kind of think that it's going to have a bit of a movement.
We'll see.
And last but not least, I think I'd finally be remiss if I didn't mention the rise of bands. I think singer-songwriters kind of on their way out. They're boring. No one likes Taylor Swift anymore.
Yeah, true.
Rap, unfortunately, has fallen out. It had a very long time in the spotlight, and it started to move away. I think we saw Geese, the band, become very, very large, and they're the first model for a modern band.
Okay.
I think bands are going to get very big in popular culture. I think recording companies are going to look for that sound, and I think they're going to get more mainstream.
Wait, Doechii was like huge this year, though. Doechii would be considered rap. I think we're seeing kind of a fall in male rap and a rise in women rap.
That could also be true.
To some extent.
I'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, because like Meg is still super big, Cardi's still up there.
Yeah,
and maybe they're not on the charts the way that things used to be, but like their like shows are selling out and all that. They're touring.
It'll be interesting to see how music develops. I feel like we're at an end, like a new horizon almost.
Yeah. Okay, you got some outs?
How about you start?
Number 1, the concept of time. I think that's out. I think we don't need it.
Sort of in line with the concept, or like sleeping and resting.
Yeah, resting's huge. So yeah, but like I just think we're planning out too much of our days. I think we need more time to just lay around, listen to what our body's telling us to do, and rest and not do too much. Doing too much is out. Not doing that much, it's actually really good for you, so long as you're not, like, using that time to, like, passively, like, scroll or whatever. But, like, we're doing too much all the time, and it's really bad for our nervous systems. So concept of time is out. No more appointments. No more, like, time blocking your calendars up to the every second of every day. No more of that.
Interesting.
Go with the flow.
How do you think that fits into, like, recession core?
Well, like, we just have this, like, obsession with productivity, and that is, you know, a symptom of late-stage capitalism, and that's even applicable to our own lives, like, not just at work, but we're at home and we're like, oh, I should be doing my hobbies, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, like, and hobbies, like, can be great, obviously, but it's, like, your time with yourself, your personal time at home, it doesn't need to feel like work, it shouldn't. So I think rest and, like, letting yourself be like, what is my energy level today? Okay, I'll do this thing based on that, rather than just, like, I have to force myself to go to a lunch or, you know, knit for 3 hours or, like, fucking whatever you're doing.
Yeah, let activities or the lack thereof find you instead of seeking out activities.
Go with the flow.
Yeah. Okay. My first out is the already stupid and nebulous concept of the performative male. I think the male performance of femininity for a female attention thing was a real critique for a window of time, but it lacked, for, lack of a better word, media literacy. Performative males are no different from the e-boy, e-girl, soft boy, soft girl trend from 2020. This is just like what that trend turned into. The trend itself is already out, and I think the idea of men performing femininity for female attention is on its way out too.
Yeah, don't be doing that unless you're for real. If you're not a real femboy,
Yeah, and I think just the overarching...
Because they will find out. We will find out.
I think, acceptance and, the pushing of that culture at all, of that trend at all, has just completely lost steam, and now men are going to be...
What will you do now without your mustaches and your Sylvia Plath books?
Exactly.
What will you do now?
I fear it getting worse, but I just never liked the concept of the performative male. I always felt like it was disparaging men for having interests.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. It had
valid critiques, and I mentioned that, but
yeah,
it just lacked media literacy.
Yeah,
you're gonna critique somebody for having
interests. Because I'm all for hating men, but let's not hate on some of the cool things they're doing. Okay, even if you are reading performatively, I guess you're reading. Not many people can say that they're doing.
All in all, it's the cop in your head that determines this.
Yes.
The cat is climbing into the microphone.
Yeah, you might hear his little sniffs. Okay, number 2 out, tampons. I think tampons are done. I think...
free bleeding is in?
Free... yes. But, yes, free bleeding and just alternatives to mainstream period products because they are poisoning us, and I don't say that in, a scare way. I say that in, a very real, look it up way. Tampons literally have bleach and shit in them, and you put that in your body and it gives you cancer and other infections, stuff like that. So, and also, even if they didn't have that, things that just go in your vagina in general, that includes diva cups or discs. If you're holding it in there a long time, it's really bad for your pelvic floor because it means your muscles are contracting for a really long period of time, and that's not really good for you because it's just not really your body's vibe,
Mm-hmm.
Tampons are out. Reusable pads and period underwear are in. It's really good for you guys, and it changes your period. Not to talk about my period a bunch, but my flow is a lot lighter and I'm in a lot less pain now that I don't use those things.
I wonder if it's stressing your body out, and that's why you have a harsher period.
Yes. Well, and it makes you inflamed, and a bunch of other stuff, and yeah.
That's interesting. I would also say that fits into resting being in.
Yeah. Let your vagina rest.
Yeah.
Stop. You're making her clench. Come on. Let it flow out.
And that is how that is tied into the recession.
And also, a return to analog in a way.
Oh,
let yourself flow, girl, as our foremothers did.
So true.
Yeah.
My last out is... All right, China had a very big year in American culture. Red Note briefly replaced TikTok because we all thought TikTok was going to be banned forever. The whole "you met me at a very Chinese time in my life" meme became a huge thing. I'm an American fleeing the American century of humiliation, etc., etc. I think Sinophiles, people who really like Chinese culture, are cool. A lot of people learned a lot of cool stuff, and any situations where love and appreciation is fostered is always welcome. But I think the China appreciation is on its way out. I think the meme has gotten stale, and I also believe Trump's, stated goal of autarky and soft isolationism is going to start to take hold in hearts and minds, and people will revert back to real xenophobia. I've also felt something was a bit off about all the Chinese jokes, especially... I mean, you not to be too woke, but I'm sure you're picking up on what I'm putting down. But Especially you've met me at a very Chinese time in my life.
Yeah, because that
get
doesn't
how it's
actually
racist.
feel... Yeah, that's not, like, an actual appreciation for, like, China or Chinese people. That's just, like, a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
Because, like, people... You can insert any, like, nationality there, and, like, it's the same joke. Like, I think people were doing it with Mexicans, too.
Yeah.
You met me at a very Mexican time in my life, or, like, fucking whatever. It's like, okay. Right.
What was I need to be loved,
Mexicanly?
That was a thing for a second.
Like, obviously it's not, like, outwardly racist or, like, bad to say, but it's like, I don't trust what some of you mean when you say that.
Okay, yeah, not to be too woke, but you're picking up...
You're putting...
yeah.
There's vibes around it. It really depends on who's saying it, and some of you are saying it, and I don't like how you're saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made more sense to say I'm fleeing the American center of humiliation for China, because they... I think China's doing a bit better than we are right now. And again, like, with this xenophobia and soft isolationism, I think we are just leaning more into hating everyone who's not American.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. Womp womp.
That's the same womp womp. No, it's actually really scary and bad, you guys. Don't give into it.
But that ass.
But... What else do I have? Outs. Being a hater. I think stop being a hater. Specifically, I have, let's stop pretending that everybody hates winter. Winter's low-key goated. Many good things to like about winter. Or just, like, bad weather in general. Like, you like the rain. Be for real. Rain is cool.
Rain is an easy one to build my day around. Winter is getting to... This winter hasn't been so bad, at least yet. Not like last year. Last year, Michigan's winter was brutal. It was rough. Every day was below 10 degrees. It was terrible.
I feel freer in the winter so far, actually, because now it's like, in the summer, I always had this pressure. I have to be outside, and I would get, like, guilty about if I didn't spend time outside, because, like, oh, the weather's so nice. The winter, it's not fucking nice, so I can do whatever I want. I can lay down, and it's fine.
Oh, interesting.
Or...
I can get you a FNAF pizza box.
Sorry, every pony, we had an audience interruption.
That damn audience.
Always that damn audience.
Yeah, I feel freer in the winter in some ways. Because I can still choose to go outside if I want to bundle up, for sure.
I don't know. We've had this discussion before about how we both feel guilty if it's sunny outside and we're not doing anything. Like, I'll start to feel physically ill if I'm inside all day and it's sunny outside. I could be spending time outside. But I just like that more. I'm able to do all the tasks I do inside, all my little activities. I can do those outside.
I'm not saying it's not nice, and I'm not shitting on I live the summer, obviously. I'm just saying the winter's cool too, and everyone should appreciate what they have in front of them and live in the moment. Because there's cool things about the winter. Guess what? Hot cocoa. Guess what? Sledding.
I haven't gone
Guess
sledding
what?
this year.
Sweaters. Yeah. So, everybody grow up. Everybody grow up and appreciate the changing of seasons. It's nice. It's something to behold.
To build more on your being a hater being out, people have been discussing, at least on TikTok, what Woke 2 is going to look like.
Woke 2.
Woke 1, during the pandemic and a little bit afterwards, was, marred by what we now will call leftist infighting. I think any amount of infighting will be absolutely bounced out. I think there will be no hating allowed in Woke 2, and I think the foundations of that will be built in 2026, realized in 2027.
I hope it's very true.
Yeah.
Because, that shit's ridiculous, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's grow up. # radical acceptance. That's supposed to be, like, part of leftism, and it's just not.
It's just not.
Understand people are coming from different places, but they have, like, good intentions in their heart. And in today's world, that's plenty. That's plenty.
And any amount of hating will not make the leftist movement
so
pure.
Fucking negative for no reason, and they think it's like a cool personality trait. It's like, have you ever felt joy or like whimsy or like, wanted to make the world a better place instead of a worse one? You ever thought about doing that?
That's right. You're not adding as much to the world by being a contrarian as you think you are. You're not cool for being a hater.
You're lame and you don't get bitches.
Just about to say that, bro. The words right out of my mouth.
Right.
That's the end of my outs. Do you have anything else?
No, those are most of them. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, wait, one more.
Oh?
I think the clean girl aesthetic is out as fuck. I think everyone's tired of it.
I think you're definitely right.
Yeah.
I wish I'd thought about that. I'm not on that side of the internet as much,
Yeah.
but I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm aware of what it is, and it's definitely on its way out.
Yeah, clean girl and just like conservatism in fashion in general. I think there's gonna be a pushback towards that because everyone's fucking tired of dressing like a milkmaid. Everyone wants to get their whale tails out and have big hair and big makeup and go to the club.
I've been seeing more whale tails.
Yeah.
That's an incredible development.
In whale tails.
Yeah. And low-rise jeans. I think
Yep.
high-rise jeans are on their way out, which is sad. I like high-rise jeans.
Well,
I'm wearing them right now. But
I think that is more of a personal style thing, and I don't think they'll ever completely go away or anything, but I think a mix of both and a mix of what the vibe is for the night is in. Dressing for the vibe and dressing for your body.
yeah. But absolutely, I think even conservatism is going to get nastier. I was going to mention something about this in my predictions, but, I mean, you know who Nick Fuentes is, right?
Yeah.
And how he's a household name now. He's been around for a long, long time, but he's getting charitable interviews with, like, Tucker Carlson. The point I'm making here is that I think fuck it. You know what I mean? Is gonna get nastier and dirtier
for sure, but I think at least there will be more polarization because of that, and so people who are not that way will get also more intense in how they protest it, which all like extends to things like just how you dress in public.
Absolutely.
It's in everything and everywhere.
Yeah. Clean girl aesthetic is a middle ground that tried to rope everyone, like as many people as possible into it, and they all stood for nothing, and everyone got sick of that. No one wants to be a clean girl.
Standing for nothing is out.
Standing for nothing is out. This is going to be a very polarizing year, I fear. I do think, in totality, I fear it's going to be worse than 2025.
Ooh, we'll see. I think politically, yeah, it'll get worse. But I think my hope is that people in their personal lives will find ways to have joy and have community. Because I think that was talked a lot about in 2025, but I think 2026 is where people actually start doing and, like, getting into the groove of doing. Hope.
Interesting.
Fingers crossed.
Our generation is starting to get old enough to run for office. We have 25-year-olds running for office right now, and things are looking up. Like, Zohran Mamdani got elected as New York's mayor.
Maybe that was my favorite cultural moment.
That was a really big one.
Wait, was Luigi this year?
That was last year.
Okay.
It's been a long time. That was
But his trial's still not.
Wait a minute, dude. Let me look that up.
Dude, that might have been last winter.
I think it may have been
Guys?
December.
It might have been. It might have crossed
2024.
over.
Yeah.
Well.
2024 murder. Accused of a 2024 murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Okay.
In 2024, but like December of. Yep.
Crazy. All right. Well. Anything you want to plug today?
Not that I can think of. Do you want to plug that new thing you're working on that you were at
Not
my
yet.
crib? Not yet. It's still secret. We got things in the works. Big things coming.
Big things coming. Yep, that's how you say stuff. All right. I've been Meg.
I've been Jeremy. See you later, alligator.
In a while, crocodile.